We still haven't had all the snow melt, but it's melting. And it's melted off enough of the property at this point. Let me blow my nose because I just came in from outside.
No kidding. Go for it.
There you go.
She's doing a Lynn imitation.
There you go, right? Okay. So after any weather event, if you're on a farm, even if you have a house, one of the first things you need to do is do a scan of the entire place and see what has happened because of the snow, ice, wind, rain, whatever the hell the event was. Okay? So I just walked around the pasture, and what I found was there's nothing for the goats to eat in the pasture at this point except some dried grass. They have eaten 99% of anything green out there. At this point, they're just looking. This means because we're running low on hay, I'm going to have to cut more bamboo and more hedge and just give it to them and hope that the green starts to come back.
Right.
A lot of the privet and the bamboo, it got cold enough that the bamboo and the privet took damage. I have to watch the amount of it I feed to them because certain plants, after they freeze, can become toxic. Now, anything in a short amount is not, so it's kind of going to be a mix and match with a little bit of hay, just trying to stretch that hay supply out. Next year I hope to put up a lot more hay, even if it means I go and buy it. Okay, so this year I didn't have money for that shit. But at any rate, okay, so I did a reconnaissance, I went and checked everything. The back gate doesn't want to open right now. I had to chop on a root that goes in front of the gate because the freeze caused it to heave up. If you have outside, like we don't have all of our plumbing is in the interior walls. When I replumbed this place, I did that on purpose. But I have one faucet that goes outside on this wall. I showed you what I do to protect that faucet already, but I still checked to make sure there wasn't water running and that that pipe hadn't broken. Okay? It didn't. 9 below 0, it was fine. So that's good to know. So that's what you have to do. You have to kind of do these little reconnaissance and go out and check everything and see what's going on and what the storm has done and what damage it's done. And like I said before, some of the ground is still frozen. There's ice some places. The water is melted off. The rest of it is pooling up in weird places. I had to move a bunch of ice in order to keep it from flooding the barn. I had to move a bunch of ice out front to keep it from running in the shed. These are the kind of things you're looking for. Because, as I said before, when it melts weird. So, if you have any kind of flooding ever, look for it. Okay, so I want to show you a thing that you can do. Okay, so let me get a seat first. Give Lynn a chance to take a picture of my ass. I don't know why she has to do that. Okay. Damn it, Lynn. Okay, so I've been carrying wood this year. I've been carrying it in buckets, okay? I don't normally carry it in buckets. I was carrying it in buckets because when I first started doing it, we had all that stuff. Remember, we're using that stuff left over from the barn.
Right.
There's no carrying that kind of shit in a sling, okay? Shit in a sling. That sounds like something you might eat in a diner. Shit in a sling. Anyway, so I started carrying it in buckets, and I just keep doing it. I kept doing it because I didn't want to take a box. I normally put a box on the hearth, and then I bring wood in a sling and throw it in the box. For whatever reason, that didn't happen, even when we had full-length logs. Okay, so here's the problem with that. Now, I have 40 bazillion 5-gallon buckets, and it's okay to have some of them trashed out, but carrying wood in them is trashing them out. So that it would be hard to carry. You could carry some water in that if the bottom didn't crack, but that's what it does. It messes up your buckets. This one you can see has a great big crack in it. So, okay, so I don't normally do that. I do have 40 bazillion 5-gallon buckets because I take them whenever somebody's getting rid of them. Whenever I do a job, you can see these are paint buckets. Whenever I do a job for myself or somebody else over the years, I keep the buckets. So I guess I can afford to lose a couple.
Well, and you buy them when they're cheap at the
Yeah, sometimes they're 50 cents a piece, and I've bought them
Yeah.
that way too. And also, for a while, our hardware store was doing this. If you bought over $30 worth of stuff, they were giving you a free bucket. So I got a couple that way. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to make. Now, if you go to buy a log sling, you can pay anywhere from 15 to 30 to even more money for it. Unnecessary. If you have livestock, or you know somebody that does, all you need is a 50-pound sack. And you can use a smaller one, but it's going to make a smaller sling. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to open your sack, you're going to fold it over like that, and then in about the middle, not too close to the edge, you want to give yourself some meat there. Okay, you're going to go and you're going to cut a little handle-sized hole. What will be a handle-sized hole, right there. Okay, well there you go, look at that. Okay, so now I have one side of it done. I gotta pick that up right through there, right? Okay, now I used to cut the bottom off the bags and use them that way, and then I realized that's asinine. It actually is stronger this way. So you're gonna do on the bottom, you're just gonna pull it out. Yeah, fold that sucker over just like you did the other side and put another handle in there. Right below the string line. See where the string line is? Don't cut through your string line, that'll just take strength away. And you're going to do the same thing. Cut out a little handle size hole. And now, I'm going to have Lynn turn it off, and then I'm going to come in with a load of wood so that you can see how well this works.
That's awesome. Off we are. And here she is.
And as you can see, perfectly good tool. Didn't
Beautiful.
cost anything. And at the end of the year, you know what I do with it? I throw it in the fire with the last fire I built and burn it up.
There you go.
Because
Make
once
a new one.
again, I have a catalytic converter.
Right.
Until next time, stay warm, be prepared.